Going on, y'all? It's Bruce, and I just have a huge haul for furniture. I'm going to finish up work, and then I'm going to rearrange everything. I'm going to probably move the plants, probably throw out that chest because that chest smells like death, and I don't even want it. Might be haunted, so I might have to throw it out. And just move around the plants, move around the plant stands, and yeah, go on from there. Show you all the process. All right, I think I'm done with the living situation. I think everything with this like boho greenery type of vibe is there. The only thing I will say is this whole wall just feels so blank. And I'm trying to think of the best way to make it not feel blank. So I think I'm gonna put the lampshade up here, and I bought the room divider to block grease or oil coming from this way because the bed has to be here because I want natural light when I sit down instead of when I wake up. I'm gonna have to somehow fill this space up, and I don't know how. I could do another art wall. Honestly, that's probably the best idea, but I'm gonna see how this paper lampshade is gonna hang and feel in the space. Okay, update. Perks of being a Filipino. Everything. Cons of being a Filipino. Being short. Like. Day 2. And I had this great idea. Putting that step ladder on top of the boards of the bed. I'm gonna take out the mattress, the pillows, the blanket, and all that. Add an extra 10 inches to go all the way up there. Hang my paper pendant down there. I also wanted to do this just to see what my bed would look like on the other side, and the couch is gonna be on the other side. I feel like that's a good vibe for when guests come over in my crib, but I mainly did this setup so I get more sunlight whenever I'm lounging. I can't do that if the lounge area is not where the sun is gonna hit. So yeah, we're just gonna try it out, see the vibes. Also, another thing I did was pick up this random bedside or like side/coffee table. And right now it's just playing some records, but this is where I would keep most of my record station. A taller table to hold my record player, some plants, rather than just these low ass, stinky ass chests. All right, don't try this at home. I shouldn't be trying this at home, but when you have no ladder and only a step ladder that only brings you 3 feet higher, you gotta do what you gotta do. So I gotta figure out how to mount these 2 screws onto the corner and then a little bit forward or a little bit more towards me. I think the ceiling is concrete. I just risked my life for nothing. Alright, so that was a failure, but also I think I found a silver lining. The bed will look better here, and I can use this. No, I'm gonna just move around, see what looks good. I mean, I kind of like the setup. Like, it makes sense for when a lot more people are here. Like, 2+ more people are here. I kind of want this bamboo divider behind the couch, but I don't want oil spilling on it. So I'm in a pickle here. I should have bought a gray couch. That's what I should have done. Yeah, man, I don't know what to do. I think I'm gonna go back to the old design or the old layout, but I do want to just do one quick experiment. So yeah, this is the final, I think I did it, y'all. I think this is the final product. I think the only thing I don't like is how white this section is. So maybe I need new sheets. But for now, I think we're chilling. Maybe put a mirror up there to reflect light that way. Try to figure out how to hang a lamp shade because I got that stupid thing doing this. I think we're gonna keep it here. All right, update. I have hooks, and so these are supposed to hold 13 pounds, and I think they'll be able to hold my lamp. So this is gonna be my last attempt to hang this, and if it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. Probably wipe the ceiling out of any dust so it doesn't stick on dust and fall on my face. We're going to fit the hook in the hole, and once the pad sticks on the ceiling, we just pull it out. Yeah, it worked. Mother. I think it's too high. I don't like it. Yeah, like, I don't know. I don't know if I like it. I thought it would be so much bigger because it was so big on the floor, but then when it's in the ceiling, it kind of looks small. I mean, I guess it's a vibe. Maybe I should have put it there. I'm not doing again. All right, you know what? We're just gonna vibe with it, have the new setup, gonna clean it up a bit and give a final tour. For this portion of the video, I wanted to talk about my design philosophy for my studio. I did, however, wanted to clear up things that are unique in my space and my studio that I don't typically see in other studios through like Street Easy, YouTube videos, Instagram posts, whatever. So the first thing is sunlight. I have floor to ceiling windows, or at least for one wall. That basically frees up a lot of wall real estate. You know, it does make my space a lot bigger. It feels like it's a lot bigger than it actually is. Two, I feel like I have counter space and cabinet space in the kitchen area more than most of these studios. And that's really helpful for having storage that I wouldn't typically put in a cabinet storage in the kitchen. I had the luxury of having more storage space than a typical studio. I've been moving around New York City for about 8 years, and I've had 7 different apartments in those 8 years. So I know what it feels like to always shop for furniture to be able to either throw out or move easily between different apartments. And with that being said, I do focus on smaller things and more mobile things. The first thing that I did was understanding what this space needs to give to me and what to make out of it. I work in my office twice a week, every other week. That means I'm here at most 92%. I need to make sure I create a one functional working environment in my space, but in contrast, make it segregated from my living, my bedding, my kitchen, my dining, all my other spaces. That being said, I needed a lounge space, turn my brain off for the day, unwind, not be distracted or even think about work, and just relax, sit down, and take in my space in enjoyment. My dining space is purely functional for me. I mean, I cook, but I cook enough for myself for me to like. And at most, I would cook for my girlfriend whenever she visits. And for my dining space, I don't have a lot of like dinner parties or anything like that. So I maximized it to just fit my needs as one person living in the studio. But I do plan on investing in buying furniture or creating furniture that would expand the ability to have more people come in and dine and have dinner parties and things like that. My bathroom is also purely functional. It is only there for me to clean myself and take a My resting space, so where I keep my bed, I've found is pretty much the same thing as my living space. The position of it is very crucial. I want it to be as far away from my working space as I could. You know, I don't want to be reminded of work when I go to bed, and I don't want the first thing to wake up to is my desk. So I placed it opposite from my working space. I chose minimalism to highlight how clean the bathroom is. You know, for me, I find comfort in my bathroom, you know, where I am physically the most vulnerable. Like you're taking a shit, you are at your most vulnerable state. Just knowing how clean it is through minimalism without any clutter in the bathroom is essential to me. But on the other hand, I feel like my lifestyle is defined by a lot of different interests that I have, such as art, music, technology, fashion, and I wanted to show that and reflect my lifestyle in my space. It made sense for me to go with a bohemian type of interior design, you know, a lot of different patterns, a lot of different textures, colors, add so much character to the space, like how a lot of my interests add character to my life. So you'll see in my apartment a lot of different greenery to give a nice balance of nature. You can see a lot of different textures on my art wall where you can see the different colored frames, the different colored paintings and posters. You can see the different textures in my furniture where I have a very plain white couch, but it's contrasted by a very loud red Persian style rug. You can see the different records and magazines paired with my floor pads that have a bunch of different textures, a bunch of different materials woven in to create this very cozy and very homey type of aesthetic. As soon as I understood what I wanted out of my apartment, it was then time for me to actually start buying these furniture pieces. For me, I believe the best way of starting to decorate your space is buying 3 different staple pieces that will highlight your studio in their respective space. For me, that was my desk to define my workstation, my couch to define my living space, and then my bed to define my sleeping space. And it doesn't have to be those 3 for everybody. I just thought those 3 worked for my lifestyle. If you were a cook, I'd imagine you want to focus on maybe your knife set, or you want to host dinner parties a lot, you would focus more on buying a very big and functional dining table. Once I finished buying these furniture pieces, I then wanted to buy furniture that helped divide the space. Living in a studio, it's hard to separate your different spaces, your different zones, as you don't have the luxury of having the built-in walls separated for you. So for me, it was essential to buy furniture that helped divide the space visually and physically, but also be functional in storage or home decor. Bookcases are great because 1, they help divide the space, but 2, have the ability to place home decor or keep extra storage. Room dividers are obviously great. This room divider right here that I picked up from Lycan is great for not only being a backdrop for my meetings or videos like these, but I put my couch next to a stove and I wanted to block away any oil or grease that pops out from the stove onto my couch. So with this being so flexible, I can roll it up to cover the couch, and when I'm done using the kitchen, I can roll it back in. And these furniture pieces don't have to be standing neither. I feel like the best room divider for my living space is the red carpet. I feel like this carpet does a great visual representation of solidifying that this is the living space for the studio. Once I bought furniture to divide the space, then it comes furniture that helped maximize my storage. My bed covers a lot of surface area in the studio, and so I need to make use of putting storage under that bed. So I got a low enough bed to make this apartment feel tall, but at the same time have enough storage to store my clothes under. So this IKEA Taverna bed was perfect for that case. My coffee table slash chest is great for placing candles, placing magazines, just home decor as a coffee table. But at the same time, in this chest, I store some tech gear, photography gear, and some miscellaneous things. A common theme with a lot of furniture that I have here is how lightweight, how modular, and how mobile these pieces are. As you see from the clips before, I do a lot of moving of my home decor and the furniture that I have here. I've switched the layout of my bed, my desk, and my living space so much. I mean, the very first video here showing my apartment had a completely different layout from what it is now. And also, I use this studio to do a lot of different things like film videos, work, and I plan on doing a lot more things with the space, like hosting dinner parties or having guests over for just drinking or relaxing, hanging out with friends. Me being able to move around this furniture to reinvent that space for different occasions is definitely crucial for creating your studio space. And that's it, y'all. I don't claim to be an interior decorator. This is just how I thought about decorating my space, and it's worked a lot for me to help just solidify these steps, and hopefully they help for you. Let me know any other interior decorating tips. I would love to dive into this interest even more and maybe get into collecting antique furniture pieces and things like that. So I'll see you guys next time.